Reporting live from downtown Toronto, it is the Imperfect Vent Podcast with Dr. IBZ. How's that? How do you like that? How do you like that? That was a little intro. Y'all didn't like that intro? Come on. That was, alright, fine. Hey, it's the Imperfect Vent Podcast with the one and only Dr. IBZ. The Imperfect Vent Podcast coming live from the Hospital of Peace. The HOP Hospital, the Hospital of Peace and Blessings. Welcome to you live from downtown Toronto. This is the IVP with Dr. IBZ. Welcome your host, Dr. IBZ. Episode 141. Is it 141 or 142? I don't even know what we on. What are we on, bruh? Hold up. I'm trying not to curse, okay? In the first 2 minutes. You know how YouTube is. You be cursing in the first, I think it's like the first 2 minutes. If you curse, oh, the algorithm's gone. Ooh. You know what I mean? You know how these guys are, man. But this is episode, yes, 142. We at 142. Jeez, yo, round of applause again with me, bro. 142. I can't wait to get that camera. Once I get that camera, everything's gonna look like way cleaner and better. You're gonna see I'm gonna be way more, I don't know what angle I want to do it in. I'm not sure yet. But I'm trying to make it as crisp as I can. But I'm not sure what kind of angle, right? Because we're still going to have this cam, right? And then we're going to have the actual cam. Or something, I don't know. Or I'll just turn this shit off and have one cam. I don't know, because this is going to be me. When I have two people, then I'll have like two cams. But other than that, like, two can Sam, you know? But other than that, we ain't going to do it like that, you know what I'm saying? So, how's everyone's week going? How's everyone's day? Freaking, I got some chicken marinating in the fridge, fam. It's been marinating since last night. Ooh, cannot wait to cook that, yo. That shit's gonna be fresh to death. It's gonna be amazing. I cannot wait for it. Once that shit happens, cook that shit up, make some little rice. You know what I'm saying? Some seasoned rice. If you're going to make rice, you know, now that I get older and I'm doing my thing, and I'm cooking for myself, I used to hate being like, fuck, I'm going to cook rice today. But I used to hate it. Little did I know, if I just added shit to the rice, I would like the rice. Boom. Oh my God, look at me. I'm so stupid. Duh. You know what I mean? So that's what I did. Added that shit up, and then once I added, like, you know them little chicken stock cubes. You add one of those in there in your pot of rice. You add whatever seasonings you want in there. You know what I'm saying? And then boom, you cook your rice in there. You can even add some little herbs in there. You know what I mean? Like, make the rice flavorful. God damn it. Anyways, flavor your rice. Flavor your rice. And you wash your ass? Well, wash your chicken. Wash your chicken, Wash your chicken. There's a lot of people out here that just be cooking the chicken and they don't wash it. Like, I understand if you hate your job and you're working and you deal with this chicken every day, and if you're like, fuck it, I'm throwing it in the oven. You see how other people do it. They don't wash it. They just throw it in the oven. You're like, all right, fuck this. Throwing it in the oven. Cool, whatever. Not gonna really judge. But when you're cooking for yourself, you're cooking for people you love, other people and shit like that, nigga, wash your chicken, nigga. Wash that shit. Wash it nice, wash it good. You know what I mean? And also, if you don't wash your chicken, that means I assume you eat ass and you don't wash your ass. You know what I'm saying? Almost forgot the Z, dog. Anyways, that's how we're going to do it. That's how we're going to keep it. When you make your food, wash your chicken, wash your rice, wash your rice. You know what I mean? A lot of y'all just be like, I cook and it doesn't taste good. You wanna know why it doesn't taste good? Cause the preparation thing before you even add the seasonings, before you even do anything. Google it if you can. And look, there's certain cultures that know how to cook the shit proper, easy, without even looking. Look up those cultures, right? Rice. You look up the Middle East. You look up, I heard the Middle Easterns and they don't play with their rice. I heard if your rice ain't popping, niggas ain't gonna eat your food. That's what I heard. A Persian girl told me this. They don't play. Like, cause she told me a story about how she would, like, for a wedding, they were cooking and the mom was so adamant on the rice. Yo, is the rice good? How's the rice? Is the rice good? Is the rice good? She's like, yes, mom, the rice is good. All right, because the rice ain't good, man. We're going to have to go home. Like, that type of shit. They're serious. And then you got the Asian culture, right? Indians, Africans. There's so many people that make rice. Look them up. Look up the basic way of making rice, and then you look up the advanced way of adding your own shit in there. That's how you do it. Anyways, not to get off topic. Speaking of, like, Asians and rice.
I've always wanted to ask you this. Do you feel Asian? Like, does it feel Asian when you wake up?
No. See, that's a funny thing. That's a good question, dude. That's ridiculous.
Is it really?
Yeah, because I wake up, I don't even think about it.
Really?
Yeah, this is what the first, I think, what time is it? Every time I wake up, what time is it?
Right.
And then I go,
That's what I think.
where's my phone? Is the second thing.
Yeah.
And then the third thing is, I got to pee.
Yeah, me too.
And then the fourth thing is, I should get some coffee or something.
Yeah, I need
something
some
to get me
water.
up. Or water or something.
You should
Some
get
sort of
water.
liquids.
Yeah, you should get
some
water.
I need
bro.
liquids, right?
Yeah.
Then the
of
fifth
water.
thing is, am I Asian?
Always want to ask you this. Do you feel...
But, like, Theo Von is hilarious, yo. But honestly, I was thinking about this the other day. You don't just wake up and the first thing that's on your mind is all of these fucking stupid ass agendas, all these, like, your identity and everything. Like, you wake up and you like most people, you wake up, you're blessed, you feel blessed to wake up, take a piss. What am I gonna eat? You drink something, you check the crib out, you see what you have to do for the day. And then once you go on your phone or whatever, then you look at the timeline, then you start to see certain shit, then it starts to click in, right? But when you just wake up, like, to just wake up and to just be like, I am a nigga. I'm sorry.
Dude, what the fuck?
Just wake up and to just be like, yes, I am a black man. Da, 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 da. Like, realistically, it's not really like that. Like, realistically, you wake up, you go, all right, take a piss. I got work today. All right, cool. Let me get ready for work. Da, 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 da. You're thinking about all that type of shit. When you go outside, when the outside world starts to influence you and shit, that's when all those little microaggressions happen. That's when you start seeing let's say you go grab a coffee. You're not even thinking about racism. You're not thinking that you're black. You're just thinking, I'm going to work. I'm grabbing a coffee, right? Even though you experience shit, you're going to work grabbing a coffee. Someone on the way there, in line, the fucking cashier, whoever may disrespect you in a way, and you're like, yo, is it because and your automatic thought would be like, is it because I'm black? Da, da, da. Like, holy shit, it's so early it's early to be racist, dog. It's too early to be out here. But I always think, like, do other people, when they wake up, like activists, everybody, like especially activists, like, do y'all wake up instantly, like straight up for the cause, like you brush your teeth, like with one of your protest chants, or like, I don't know, like, I think as human beings, I know this is just a joke, but and I'm going in depth with it, and it doesn't really matter that much, but I'm just saying, yo, when you wake up, it's better to just chill, relax, vibe out, get your bearings, and then get into the bullshit, is what I'm trying to say. Instead of automatically trying to look for microaggressions to piss you off, you know what I mean? once you add race and all this other shit, like it just gets weird, you know?
Man, Mexican people work hard as hell, man. I got to be honest with you. No complaining, just work hard. Dude, I went to a funeral of a Mexican guy. He climbed out of the casket, dug his own grave hole, and then got back in the casket, man. If I got to do something, for example, I need to build a picnic table or a edible seating structure, table. And I got 9 people to help me do it. If 6 out of the 9 people are Mexican, bro, Andale, Papa, we getting it done. I'm telling you that, dude. I'm telling you that we're going to be eating lunch early as a group. Look, I saw a Mexican guy cut down a tree, make it into wood, bars of wood, and then use the wood to make he built a damn tree with it. And es inspiracional.
Yo, Theo Von is...
This is a sick Negro.
Yo, Theo Von is hilarious, bro. I don't know where he comes up with this shit, but holy. I don't know where he comes up with it. But yeah, we're going to end it on that. When you wake up, unless you're Mexican, when you wake up, most of us just think about getting the day started. We don't think about all that other shit. Unless you're really in it. You know what I mean? Like 1960s, yo, you had to be on your P's and Q's as a black man, bro. You had to wake up. You had to know. You had to know exactly what was going on. The 1940s and shit. Fuck. I bet you here, like, you know those. This is fucked up, but you know those jokes that people say, like, that people have, like, you imagine doing life in prison, then you have a dream where you're free, then you wake up. So imagine like 1608, and you're a slave, and you dream that you're back home, and then you wake up and you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You gotta wake up and be on your P's and Q's no matter what. Back in the day. Nowadays you can wake up, I'm gonna grab a coffee, I'm gonna read the newspaper, I'm gonna chill out, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. You don't automatically have to really, be in it, in that mind state, like, I'm a nigga. Nah, you don't have to be like that when the moment you wake up. You're like, I ain't gotta be a nigga yet. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I can pause on being a nigga for now, because sometimes being a nigga is tiring. So I'm gonna pause for a bit. Oh man. Anyways, so we're gonna get into these topics. So Cardi B said that there's a bunch of shit that going on with Cardi B. There's alleged Ice Spice beef, but she turned that shit down. She's like, nah, I wasn't. Y'all are tripping. Now, she said we're reaching, but is it really a reach if we've been calling her like the Hood Annie, the Bronx Annie because of her hair, and you had like some type of like Annie shit in the background? I think it was Annie burning or some shit. Like, come on. Clearly, and Ice Spice did a track with Nicki Minaj. She's fucking with Nicki Minaj. So like, clearly there's something. I don't think there's something there, but like, that was a little jab, yo. That was a little jab to be like, hey, yo, chill. I see you moving out here, but you gotta chill. And one thing is, a lot of us like to be like, yo, why can't the women just stick together? Yo, hip hop is a competitive fucking sport. No matter what, people are gonna throw shots. Everything like that's gonna happen. There's gonna be kumbaya moments where niggas gonna do, but only if niggas fuck with each other, they're gonna do features. It's still on that, yo, I don't fuck with you type shit. Yes, there's more camaraderie now in hip hop, but there's still that little. It's still competition, bro. When you're on the track with it, when most of these rappers that they say in interviews, when I'm on the track with the next man, pause. I'm trying to kill shit. I'm trying to murk it. I'm trying to kill everybody on the track. I want to leave no bar undone. I want to make the guy that made the track go back and rewrite that shit. That's what I want. So I completely understand that. So I think it was a little jab. It was a little subtle jab. You know what I mean? So, but she can deny it all she wants because you don't want to open that can of worms. Then Nicki's gonna get involved. Then it's gonna be a whole bunch of beef. Then you got Ice Spice and Nicki, and then you got. We don't want that. Plus, Cardi B, you murked what, that one verse she had with Lotto? I heard that. See that? Yo, Cardi B, you need to do a track with Scarlett. I think you have something to talk with Scarlett. If you do a track with Scarlett, boom. You know what I'm saying? This is New York. Fuck, I look like telling a nigga good morning. Yo, you know what I'm saying? Unless you're in New York, you know what I'm saying? Like, Hugo, wake up on some bullshit. Anyways, so Cardi B's like, I wish I was back to my everyday life. Being rich is boring. Here's one thing that I'm gonna tell these celebrities that have made it, that have come from the bottom up, everything. I'm gonna tell y'all this. One thing is that what's that shit called? When people are broke, right? Hold on. When people are broke, there's one thing that us broke individuals that we really that are at the bottom, and this is as a nigga from the bottom. I'm just gonna tell you something. The way that we look at y'all, right, is inspiration, right? But when y'all get up there and start saying that it's boring and you wish y'all had this, we would trade anything to be where you are. So when you say shit like that, it's a little bit offensive, because there's a lot, especially these times right now, there's a lot of people struggling. There's a lot of people that would wish to have that problem of being, oh, it's too boring. I'd rather it be too boring than having to fucking constantly struggle or to live paycheck to paycheck or to wonder where you're gonna get your bread or to have dreams and aspirations and to be like, how am I gonna achieve this shit? You know what I mean? I understand that. That's one. Two, just number two.
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care.
Let me tell you something.
We don't care.
Jerry.
Like for real. We don't care.
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care.
Let me tell you something.
We don't care.
Jerry.
We don't care if you feel like, oh, it's so boring. I'm like, you're in a castle, you're chilling, your family's chilling, whatever the case may be. Everyone has their family problems, whatever the case may be. But we don't need to know that your life is boring right now, because some of us are trying to get to where you're at. And if that is the one thing that's like, oh my God, I wish I would go back, is the fact that it's boring. We want that. What are you talking about? And that's a slap in the face of the people that are broke. I'm tired of these rich people just being like, money isn't everything, da 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 da. But then when they get disrespected or they feel disrespected or they have to show their worth, the first thing they're talking about is their money. Oh, I got money, da da da. I'm rich, da da da. Like no one can touch me, da da da. The moment they feel disrespected. But when they're on the up and up, oh, it's boring up here. Shut up. Don't even tell people that. If you feel that way, I don't know why. Yo, some of these motherfuckers need friends or something. Tell your friends that. Yo, you know what? Sometimes I wish life was normal again, because it's just boring. We don't need to know that shit, because now you're in for ridicule and all that type of shit. Me, I don't feel bad. I don't like. Come on. It's boring, and then. You have Lil Duval going, oh, you don't know how it is to be a comedian when we go through something tragic, and we still have to go up there and tell people jokes. Nigga, take a break. Take a break and then come back and tell. And you're like what are you talking about? So imagine the nigga that works at McDonald's, that's a janitor that has to go to work. Something tragic happens, they just get like maybe a few days off, and they have to come back to work with all that shit in their head, and they still have to work and function. They ain't got no therapist, they ain't got no nothing. They have to work and function. That's everybody. A lot of these fucking celebrities think it's just them that are going through shit. Like when I hear like Nori going, being a rapper is the most dangerous job. Buddy, we understand what you're saying. but don't say it's the most dangerous job in the world. You're literally pissing on everybody else that have jobs where they risk their lives on a daily fucking basis. There's no and ifs or I don't know around the corner I have to move a certain. No, there's my life is at risk all the time, every time. I have to pay attention to everything. So it's like when celebrities start talking and they're chilling with their chains on, millions of dollars, everything, their mansions, they're chilling in their mansions in the comfort of whatever, and they're saying maybe for the time being, yeah, you're bored, but there's no way you can say that your life is boring. Life is boring than when it was normal. And then now you have people trolling you saying, oh, so yeah, putting shit in men's drinks and robbing them and all that. Oh, so that's what you want to get back to? Like, you open the door for that. You open the door for people not having sympathy for you. Just like, you know, when it's like, yo, we all go through shit. We've seen a lot of comedians go through some traumatic shit. You know what they do? They take a break, they come back, and they fire some jokes at us. You know what I'm saying? Yes, it's hard, but all of us go through some traumatic shit and have to fucking go to work after. It's just some of us don't love what the fuck we do. If you love what you do, it's easier to get back into work. When you don't, oh my God, bro. You think, yo, imagine being a line cook and you just went through some shit and you have to go into work the next day. Let's say it's not even like no one died or anything, but you went through some shit the night before. Everybody, all my real line cooks know what I'm talking about. You go through some shit like the night before, some shit went down, whatever the case may be. You are at work, anxious, paranoid, whatever the case may be, right? And you're pissed off too. All the emotions you can feel. And someone brings a burger back, brings a dish back, whatever the case may be, and goes, yo, and it was the customer's fault. Oh, the customer didn't like it, or da-da-da-da. And someone just says something stupid like, oh, the customer didn't want ketchup in their burger and just ketchup in the sauce, and I told them that, and they sent it back. And then, like, you know, like just something so stupid, or they have a gluten allergy and they didn't know that our buns have gluten. Some dumb shit. And then that's gonna make you're gonna want to rage, flip out, take your anger out on the person in front of you when it's not their fault. It's the customer's fault. And you can't yell at the customer. You just make them another burger. Anybody would just make them another burger. Fuck it. Yo, I'll make them another. That's stupid, but I'm gonna make them another burger, right? But since you went through some shit, you might flip out. You have to have restraint to not flip out. That's just a small example, but you get what I'm saying. No matter what job you have, imagine being a janitor, dealt with some shit, and no pun intended. Richard, can you come clean this shit up in the washroom? And you go in the washroom, there's shit on the ceiling, and on the windows, in the walls, in crevices that it's hard to get. Like, how did the shit even get in there? That type of shit. No pun intended. You know what I mean? So, and then they have to clean it up. That is what I'm talking about. So to make your job seem like, oh, my job is so hard. But then you're out here with millions of dollars chilling. No one's going to have sympathy for you, is what I'm saying. This is from people that are in your circle. Talk to people in your circle. Yo, don't you wish, like, yo, you were just 1 week you could just be normal and then come back to this shit? Because there's no way you want to come back to this regular shit. This ghetto ass shit there's no way you want to come back to this. It's ghetto. You hear that? Like, there's sirens and shit. It's ghetto outside. It's ghetto here. You know what I mean? The sirens played at the right time. It is ghetto out here. You don't want to come back to this. You may enjoy it for a week, right? No one knows you. But then after a while, you're gonna be like, all right, I'm gonna go back to this. And if you really want to do that, you really want to go back to normal life, go to a country where no one gives a fuck about who you are. Go to those type of countries, those type of areas. Learn, holler at your rich friends. They know those spots. Go to those spots and no one bats an eye on you. No one gives a fuck that you're famous, rich. No one cares. As long as you're a decent human being. Go to those spots. Or even better, Cardi B. drop an album if you're bored. You dropped one album your whole career. Drop another album if you're bored. I'm saying if you're bored. Niggas were like, yo, when's she gonna drop an album? Yo, look at my schedule. I'm working. Da da da. And then now you're saying you're bored. I'm just can't have it both ways is what I'm saying, man. Especially if you're out here successful, rich, so many accolades, and then you're out here complaining. It's like no one wants to hear that. I'ma let Stephen A say it one more time. One more time.
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care.
Let me tell you something.
We don't care.
Jerry.
Because also Lil Duval's the first person to be like, oh, look what you broke ass niggas, you po asses, da da da. He's the first nigga to talk like that. So you think we give a fuck about what you're going through when you have to come and tell us these jokes? We paid for the tickets, nigga. You booked the show. Tell us these fucking jokes. We don't give a fuck what you went through. It's your job, right? Like, yeah, that's how we feel about that shit. The fuck? The nigga making your food that just went through some shit. You're not gonna really give a fuck if he made your food like garbage. You're not gonna give a fuck if he gave you out shitty food that day. He's gonna have to dish out the food the same way that he's been dishing it out, whether he's been going through some shit or not. So I don't want to hear that shit. My job's so hard. I'm bored. Get out of here. Maybe when I get there, I'm gonna see Wagwan, inshallah. But like, I'm not gonna be out here saying this to people. And maybe I could articulate it in a way where people could actually understand and not be like, yo, get out of here. You know what I mean? Anyways. So, we got a bunch of topics today. Tyler James Williams, the guy from Everybody Hates Chris. So, he apparently, he's saying that, so this is from TMZ. Tyler James Williams, I'm not gay, but guessing game is dangerous to LGBTQ members. So Tyler James Williams is responding to rumors about his sexuality and warning that the culture of trying to get out people is creating a dangerous culture. Tyler posted a message saying, I'm not gay, but then quickly explained he's only taking time to address the topic because overanalyzing someone's behavior in an attempt to catch them directly contributes to the anxiety of a lot of queer and queer questioning people feel when they fear living in their truth. He could have just said no. You know what I mean? No, I'm not. Y'all niggas need to stop. But I see where he's coming from and I can see what he's saying. It's dangerous because there's some people that can't come out. And if they do come out, it could harm them, harm their families, harm a situation that they're in, whatever the case may be. But I don't think people are doing it in terms of, and yeah, people are doing it like speculation, like people at work be like, yo, is that guy did it? Like, you know what I mean? But okay, yeah, it is dangerous, and it's not just celebrities. I was gonna think it's just people are speculating, but because people are attached to these people, celebrities. So they're always trying to look for something that they can connect with, right? So if they see certain mannerisms, and if you're gay and you look up to this actor, and he hasn't really declared his sexuality like that, and you see similarities, you're gonna be like, yo, why am I doing that? Pause. Yo. Oh my God.
Gay.
And you see similarities, you're gonna end up being like, whoa, is he? Da da da. So I could understand from that point of view, but it is dangerous to constantly try to pit people in a box. If you don't want to be put in a box, why are you gonna pit other people in them? Unless he says it. The whole speculation and thing, and the whole assuming someone is something, to me is a little bit, it's like you want someone to be a part of what you are so bad that you're willing to grasp at little things to be like, he is. But the person hasn't stated it. Can't even lie. Black people, we do that shit sometimes too. Someone's not like the first black president's Bill Clinton, like shit like that. when that's stupid. We shouldn't be doing shit like that. I think it's stupid. Bill Clinton, like, or just like you meet someone who's not black, right? But they have the same mannerisms, the same, you know, the way they talk, the way they move, the same music taste, everything like that. And you go, oh, yo, you a nigga, yo, you black. No, they're not black. That's just how they are. No, they're not gay. That's just how they are. They probably fucking mad bitches, but that's just how they are. You know what I mean? For us to always try to, when we look up to someone, to try to find, to try to like reach for common similarities, it to me is just, it's stupid. You could like a person and the person doesn't have to be similar to you. You could just like certain qualities about them and be like, you know, I aspire to be like that. But you don't have to be like, yo, no, that person's part of a group now, or that person's part of us now. Like, leave it alone. If the person didn't say anything, the person doesn't mention it, just like leave it alone, is what I'm saying. Leave Tyler James Williams alone. The man doesn't bother nobody. Like, it's almost like I seen Across the Spider-Verse. I didn't see the movie, but I seen, like, there's a picture of Gwen, and they used her color spectrum for a scene. And one of these, like, whatever, far leftists, I'm gonna call them far leftists. One of these far leftist comments like, oh my God, Marvel is so brave for using all these colors for this scene because they're the color of the trans flag, right? So they're like, oh, they're so brave for doing that, for showing that type of symbolism. And that is a fucking reach. That is just the colors of her suit. Her suit are those colors. You're reaching. You want her to be a part because it's a number one movie. You want to be a part of it so bad that you want to be a part of it so bad that you want your identity to be inside of the movie, just like the fucking movie. Just like the movie. So someone commented and they used Miles Morales' suit and they used it. It's the same colors as the Nazi flag. Ha. You know what I mean? Ha. Oh my God, you're so right. The symbolism's there. Anybody could use that type of logic, reach, and that's what I'm trying to say. Anybody could use that logic to make a reach just so that they can feel comfortable. If you want to do that, cool, do it. If you want to state it, cool, state it online, cool, do it. But don't be mad when people start cracking jokes on you about how stupid you sound. It's stupid sounding. People are doing think pieces on motherfuckers about shit that they didn't even think about. They're just living their lives, and then, or they're just living their lives, and they just made the scene. Oh, these colors work with the suit. Oh no, that was symbolism for, like, come on, man. Why are we reaching out here, yo? All I'm saying is, we want to be I get it. It's human nature to be a part of a community, to be a part of something, and to want everybody to be a part of what you're a part of. However, it doesn't have to be like that. Everybody can have their own tribe, and everybody can coexist within their own tribe and within their own ecosystems. And everyone's ecosystems can, what's the word called? Not benefit, complement each other. Once we start going, my ecosystem's better than your ecosystem, that's when there's conflict. That's when we create conflict. Or once we go, your ecosystem has to be like my ecosystem, then that's when we create conflict, especially if it just doesn't work. It never will work. And we agree with your ecosystem. However, you don't agree with our ecosystem, and you want us to be your ecosystem. However, we're not trying to do anything to your ecosystem or anything like that. And this is what I'm talking about. Okay? We just don't want to be involved. This is what I'm alluding to, okay? Now, I've been on this earth for almost 3 decades now. And in the beginning, and here's my disclaimer. I don't give a fuck what you do, who you do. As long as you ain't hurting nobody, I don't care. I am never going to impose my beliefs on other people and be like, no, you have to believe in what I'm believing. No, just hear me out. If we agree, cool. If we don't have to agree. But as long as you let me hear me out, as long as you hear me out, and as long as I hear you out, and we can at least understand, I can understand your point, you can understand my point, my beliefs, then cool, we can coexist, we can chill. It's all good. But the moment is, I don't like your beliefs, so therefore I don't like you, then that's where we get into a problem. You know what I'm saying? So, and like, I'm just trying to say, yo, the LGBT communities, leave Muslims out of this whole thing, is what I'm saying. We don't want to be involved in it. We don't care what y'all do. We just don't want to be involved. That's literally what I'm alluding to with the whole ecosystem analogy. I would say 95% of Muslims, right, don't want to be involved. We're not shunning it. We're not saying that it's bad. It's in the scriptures, it says that it's haram, and it says it's forbidden. It says don't do it. So we don't do it, but we don't shun it, and we don't judge others that do it. Just like we're taught not to judge others just because they're different than us. That does not mean that y'all gotta force us to be involved in some shit that we don't want to be involved in. It doesn't. So someone said this well. Islam does not need to fit in your community. It doesn't have to, because going back, the scriptures and all that, it said it. That's what it says. So the moment you try to force it on us, like we're idiots, or like we're not these governments, these Islamic governments that are so like egregious to the point where like they're out here murdering and doing all these things. No, we're not. We don't agree with that. That's not what we're talking about. We're not those people. But just because you see that does not mean that we're those people. You understand what I'm saying? A lot of us just want to fucking do our jobs and live our lives and not worry about shit all the time. You know what I mean? And there's a guy who says it perfectly. He says it perfectly, okay? But I'm gonna do right before this. So someone on Twitter, they try to add they try to use the prophet's words and talk about homophobia. And I'm just gonna say this. Be careful. Me, I'm just telling the people that are just trying to keep forcing it on Muslims and all this shit, be careful. Me, I listen. I'll sit down, listen, have a conversation. I don't care. Agree to disagree, agree to agree. I don't give a fuck. But that's me. Not everyone is like me, is what I'm saying. Do not force shit on people. The moment you start forcing shit on people, you're going to get an answer, you're going to get an action that you're not going to like. And guess what? People are going to defend that action because they're Muslim. That's all I'm saying. So, I was on Instagram, like literally just now, and a teacher was snapping on Muslim students for not pulling up to the Pride events because it's Pride Month, right? And she snapped. It's an Edmonton teacher.
For lunch, if you think it's acceptable to not show up because you think if there's some pride activities going on at school, right? Oh, that's fine. You know, because I'm going to show my opinion by hanging out at the mall. But meanwhile, all of those kids who are, you know, involved in, say, the Gay Street Alliance or whatever, I don't even know if we have that anymore in our school, they're here when we did Ramadan for Lying Time, and they're showing respect in the class for your religion, right, for your beliefs.
Okay.
It goes two ways. If you want to be respected for who you are, if you don't want to suffer prejudice for your religion, your color of skin, your whatever, then you better give it back to people who are different from you. That's how it works. It's an exchange. And it isn't like that in all countries. As I told you, in Uganda, literally, if they think you're gay, they will execute you. We're out to lunch.
So if you believe,
And if you don't think
all
that's
right, let me shut this bitch up. If you believe in freedom, right? Then don't you think people are free to believe in what they want? And what does sexuality have to do with religion? This is what I'm talking about. I know a lot of Muslims, even when it comes just down to the topic of sex, it's very sensitive. Very sensitive. A lot of Muslims, they don't even talk about sex till marriage. You don't hear topics about sex until marriage. Unless you have cool parents that, like, my mom's a little bit cool, like, you know what I mean? Like, she's a little bit cool. She's on the young side, so you can talk to her about girls and shit. But not a lot of parents you can do that with. Muslim parents. Talk to your mom about girls. Talk to maybe your dad, maybe here and there, but not really. And you're not talking about sex or anything. Like, sex is not even a topic that comes up in the household. I've never even heard my mom talk about sex at all. Ever. Especially when she was single and everything, bringing the men over and all that. Never, ever. Because it's taboo. Right? This is straight sex. So imagine the haram sex. Imagine how parents are gonna react to that. I imagine what do you think the parents are gonna do? Yo, you're not going to that. They're literally, you're not going to that. There's so many situations where as a Muslim kid you have to sit out. So what? What about the Jehovah Witness kids? What about no one has smoke for the Jehovah Witness kids, right? You know, what about the Jehovah Witness can't even celebrate their own birthday. Jehovah's Witness can't celebrate your birthday, their birthday, nothing. Are you gonna tell them to go back? They don't belong here. I thought Canada was, hey, everyone has their own beliefs. If my beliefs don't coincide with yours, I'm going to walk away. That is it. No one protested. No one came through with picket fences. No one did anything. People just said, my kid is just not gonna pull up. That's it. And as a kid, I get a few days off, and it's the month of June. It's the end of the year. It's the end of the year. We already know. Everyone knows that end of the year is just bullshit ass classes and you watch movies and there's parties and snacks and shit. We all know that. So it's like, yo, you already did your exams? You already got your final report card? Everything's good? Yeah? Cool. You ain't got to go to school anymore for that shit. All right, Dad, fine. Cool. All right, Mom, fine. Like, this is because the ecosystem does not coincide with that ecosystem. However, this village is trying to tell this village, hey, y'all gotta live like us. Y'all gotta be like us. This village said, no, we're cool. Y'all do you, we're cool. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. When you keep pushing people to believe in your beliefs, someone's gonna snap. Eventually, people are gonna snap. People are starting to get tired of this shit, is what I'm saying. We get it. But some people are starting to get tired. When then you're trying to add the Muslims into it, I'm telling you, it's just it's a rough hill to die on, is what I'm saying. With the Muslims, is what I'm saying. Leave the Muslims out of it, is all I'm saying. It's not gonna go well for y'all. I am personally, as an ally, giving y'all a warning. Like, because it's starting to become too much. You know what I mean? Literally, it's starting to become too much. Hold on, let me show y'all, okay? Let me show y'all. This is the, actually no, I'm not even gonna, yeah, fuck it. I'm gonna show y'all. I found this was the funniest shit ever, dog. This was the funniest shit ever. Hold on. Trying to find the video. Oh, I thought I emailed it to myself. Looks like I didn't. Whatever. Oh, it's gone now. It was a funny video, but it's gone now. Hold on. Thought I had it. That's odd. Oh well. That shit was hilarious. But it was about a dude he was talking about, hey man, I'm chilling, but we'll play it. Well, when I find it, we'll play it after. So this is the next topic. Now that we're off of all of that shit. Okay? This one lady was working in an Arby's. Rest in peace to this lady. And she got trapped in the freezer, and then she passed away. And I'm not gonna get into the details because rest in peace. It's I know I talk very graphic, but like it's her last moments, and I don't want to really. It's fucked up to talk about. But you know, let's just say she tried to get out of there, right? And the regional manager was told a year ago that the freezer door is broken, and if it's broken, if anything happens to if anything happens, someone's in there and there's no one in the restaurant to come and help the person, that person can die because it's a freezer. If it was the fridge you can, I think you're good in the fridge. You can last, I think, like a day or two in the fridge. But the freezer, no, you're done. So rest in peace, she died. And then the family's suing. Give them their money, run them their money. But here's what I wanted to say. The cutting corners cost lives. And if someone told you, yo, this freezer door is broken, you know what you do? You contact Arby's, who has millions of fucking dollars. You say, hey, yo, this freezer door is broken. We need some maintenance to come fix it. Maintenance comes and they fix it. Get the door fucking fixed. That's it. This door is broken. Get it fixed. That's it. I know you have to go through paperwork. And I know how corporate works. You have to go through paperwork. You have to get someone to come in, see how much it's going to cost. I know there's a lot of paperwork involved, but fucking do it. Now this poor lady died, and now your ass, you're going to get fired. Your ass is done. Your ass is grass because you wanted to cut a corner and save money and be lazy because you didn't want to do the paperwork. Fixing the freezer doors, or maybe if they had to fix, maybe they said, oh, maybe you guys need a whole brand new door. And maybe that would have cost even more money. You didn't want to cost the company money. Fuck the company. Lives are at stake. Don't be fucking lazy. Lives are at stake. Anything can happen. Someone could be working an overnight, working their ass off there. Doors, everyone's, yo, buy so-and-so. Oh, yeah, I'm going to go grab something in the freezer quick. They probably left something in the freezer. Like, I wanted to chill in the freezer. I'm going to grab it after work. You go in the freezer, the door closes. Oh, shit, now you're stuck. The person that was with you was probably waiting for you outside, probably thinks you already dipped. They leave. They don't even come and check on you. They just dip. Next thing you know, khalas. Anything can happen. Like, there's so many companies that that I worked for where they don't get shit fixed until it reaches the point where you can't even fucking use it, and they end up costing them thousands of dollars instead of fixing it for hundreds. Oh, those mechanics are scammers. Then either buy a brand new one, because you're gonna have to end up buying a brand new one, or just fucking fix it. Anyway, that was my rage, because, yo, I'd be so pissed, yo. If I was that family, I'd be pissed, man. I'd be pissed. Okay, I don't get that. I don't understand people. So, this one girl tweeted. I just thought this was funny. She's one girl tweet. Actually, no, I'm not gonna talk about this. But nah, fuck that. We're not gonna. Yeah. Nah. Well, basically, she tweeted her uni life like a stat line, right? She's like. She goes, all right, fuck it. I'll talk about it. She goes, hold on. 7 years. This is like, you know how people go points, assists, steals? She goes, 7 years, 3 breaks, 2 grapes, and 1 unalive attempt. And I still did it. You know what I mean? And she's like, hey, girl, hey. And I'm like, And in my head, I'm just like, hey, yo.
Dude, what the fuck?
What is wrong? First off, congratulations, girl. And second off, what are you doing? Why would you do that? Why would you? First off, I guess some people, their way of getting through trauma is having a sense of humor. But yo, do you need a hug? Do you need help? Someone find this girl and help her out. Give her some therapy, psychotherapy, whatever the case may be. Because that's a cry for help right there. If I didn't see one, that's a cry for help. And that smile she did while she was holding it, that was like, yo, I did it, but god damn, was it worth it? How much did it cost? Everything. Yo, at what fucking cost? Holy. There's a lot of people that would have said, all right, I'm done. Heck, I would have said I'm done. If I went through all of that, as a man, yo, there's not men that, I don't think there's one nigga that I've ever seen, whether it's a movie, real life, or TV show, that's happened to him, and he's been the same. I just went through life without no violence or anything. Nah, bro, fuck that. See how I'm smirking and laughing? That's how I get through trauma. I'm just thinking about that shit like, nah, that was me? Hell no. Fuck no. I ain't trying to deal with that. So, next topic, cause we ain't gonna be stopping. So, yo, a private jet, right? I heard about some sonic boom, right? A sonic boom was heard at a U.S. fighter jet and intercepted a plane. And I'm like, what the hell? What happened? Right? I thought World War III was about to happen. I was like, yo. You know what I mean? When I heard a sonic boom, fighter jet, unresponsive plane, I was like...
No. Wait.
And I was like, is this Russia or China? Because
I don't want peace.
They're always like this.
I want problems, always.
Or North Korea finally coming in on their shit. But nah, it wasn't that. Someone, the pilot on the unresponsive plane, it ended up crashing, and I think there are no survivors. Rest in peace to them. 4 people were reportedly on board. So apparently the plane crashed, but the pilot, there's a few moments in life where that you're in. Few occupations, if you will, career choices, career paths, that when you're on the job, you kind of don't want that person to pass out. A train conductor, a pilot, a heart surgeon, what else is there? Your therapist. You don't want your therapist falling asleep, but a fry cook. You don't want a fry cook falling asleep. Could burn the whole thing down. The firefighters, all the firefighters sleeping while the shit's burning down. There's a few things. A pilot is number 3, not 3, on the top list of occupations where if I'm in this plane, I hope this motherfucker had a good day. He got, if it's a guy, you know what I mean, he got his dick sucked, everything's good. Good to go. Pause. You know what I mean? Like, yo, he got money. They're paying him well. He went to the therapist. Therapist said he's good to fly. Everything. I hope even if he's faking it, I hope for that one moment he feels bliss and happiness. Because I don't want this shit to go down. The last thing you want is your pilot to pass out. Apparently the pilot passed out and the plane crashed. Nope. No. That is fucked up. Rest in peace.
No. Wait.
You don't want that.
Wait.
You don't want that. That's the last thing you want. Imagine being on a plane. Yo, hold on. Ari Spears said it the best. I'm gonna find this. Let's find this. Hold on. I'm gonna find it before we go. Guys. Ari Spears. Let's see if I can find it. There we go.
Anytime you hear about a mass office shooting, somebody was stressed. They couldn't take it no more. They snapped. But I don't work in an office setting, so I don't have to worry about that. But I do fly on planes every week, and the last thing I want to need is to have my pilot be stressed. That'd be some scary shit. I'm sitting in first class, my pilot come out the cockpit and say some shit like, well, fuck it then. Mr. Pilot, can I talk to you for a second? What you need? You want a blowjob, nigga? You want a blowjob? Listen, ain't a gay bone in my body, but at 33,000 feet in the air, if my life is in your hands, my head will be in your lap, nigga, I promise. Some of the other passengers be talking about, what's all that turbulence? That ain't turbulence, nigga.
This guy went.
What's going on up there? I'm saving lives, nigga.
Facts, though. You know what I mean? Facts. Oh, man. Also, oh, yeah, yo, dog. This young thugger motherfucker little trial is yo, bro. So remember when his brother got probation, right? And we're done after this, right? But this shit is fucked. His brother got probation to like 7-something years, right? No, 9 years or some shit like that, right? And he got probation. So he got out, I think he took a plea deal, and then we're gonna go to Fox News Atlanta for the report.
A Fulton County judge has now revoked the probation that Young Thug's brother and sent him back to prison. This is the latest development in the massive YSL RICO case.
Prosecutors told the judge Atlanta police pulled over Quantavious Greer for a traffic stop last month and quickly decided he violated his probation. Fox 5's Angelique Proctor joins us now from the Fulton County Courthouse with the latest on the case. Angelique?
Well, Russ, this judge was clearly frustrated. He says this defendant knew all along he was not supposed to be around guns.
Right here, the judge, dog.
No gun during the time of the sentence.
Oh, no, not yet.
After shit restarted.
The judge forced Young Thug's brother, Quantavious Greer, to read the special conditions of his plea agreement as it relates to guns. An APD undercover officer pulled Greer over on Cleveland Avenue last month.
No, not on Cleveland.
An expert told the court Greer continuously returned to this BP gas station, which is known for YSL gang, drug, and assault activity.
Wow, he's an idiot.
APD says when they pulled Greer over, there was a hint of marijuana in the Mercedes G-Wagon and an obvious weapon nearby.
There was a firearm that was in the door panel.
Is an
How were you
idiot.
able to notice that there was a firearm in the door panel?
From the grip
God.
in the magazine that was visibly shown immediately as soon as you open the door.
His original 12-year sentence was commuted to time served and the balance of 10 years on probation. The state says the guilty plea included a curfew, no contact with his brother, Young Thug, whose real name is Jeffrey Williams, and no possession or close proximity to firearms. The officer testified that Greer commented on the weapon as he ushered him out of the wagon.
He stated that the gun is registered.
Did he ever say or express surprise that the gun was there?
No, ma'am.
The judge ruled against
Right
Greer
here,
and
yo. The
revoked
judge ain't
probation.
playing.
The YSL defendant will now have to serve the remaining balance of his 12-year sentence.
You got arrested with a gun within 6 months of you being placed on probation. And I agree with the state that you're not a candidate for probation because all you had to do is just complete your probation and do what you're supposed to do.
The nigga he revoked his probation, so now he has to do 9 years and 6 months in prison.
Damn!
Oh my God, bruh. So he ain't coming out till 2032. Holy. Bruh. Literally 2032 and 6 months. Yeah, so no, plus 6 months. So 2033, dog. He ain't coming out till 2033. Because June, 6 months. Holy, dog. Yo, I'm just saying, if you do probation and your probation is 10 years, and you're going back to the same fucking spot within 6 months, you are a fucking idiot for that, man. You're going to the same places where the police can catch you, you're an idiot. If I was, bro, 10 years probation, I wouldn't even be in the hood anymore. You wouldn't see me. I wouldn't pull up anymore. I'd be out of there, gone. I'd be in another state, another city, doing some other shit that I'm passionate about. I would not be, I'd be gone. I'd try to figure out a way to get as much money as I can, and I'd be out of there. Fuck that, man. I'd move. I'm gone. 10 years probation. You're going to stay in the same area so you can get in trouble again. Oh, but I have to have a gun wherever I'm at. Then why are you at places where you need a gun? Why don't you just leave those areas so you can't get in trouble? And why don't you have niggas around you that can take those charges so you don't have to go back to jail? Every time you go outside, have someone in the whip with you that's strapped. There. How about that? Holy, 10 years, bro? I'm just saying, if you can't do the crime and you can't do the time and they give you probation, just know you're walking a fine line, man. Just know that. These niggas is not playing. And that judge is not playing. Especially with the YSL case. Anything that comes his way. He probably didn't even have to go to work that day, yo. You made him go to work on his day off. He probably did not have to go to work that day because he's thinking, this nigga's not going to get in trouble in 6 months. Nigga got in trouble in 6 months, yo. The trial didn't even start yet. You already got in trouble. The trial's not even started yet for Young Thug. And you're already in trouble. Done for your co-defendants, everybody that is going to trial. They haven't even got sentenced yet. You're done already because you decided to be an idiot. All right, cool. Now, I feel bad because, like, when you're in those situations and you're in the trenches, bro, you have no choice. You have to be strapped. Whatever bullshit he's involved in that caused him that he has to be strapped, whatever the case may be. However, get out of there. That's all I'm saying. Get out of there. You don't need to be in there. That life is over. You're on 10 years probation. Anybody in the hood will understand why you're not doing no dumb shit anymore. You're out of it. Anybody would understand. Nigga, your shit made national news. Anybody would understand if you're trying to go find some regular shit. And wasn't your brother Young Thug? You can't find an industry job or something? Like a music industry job? Where you be behind the scenes, you ain't got to deal with all that shit anymore. You can be as clean as you want to. But still, you can still see the bullshit. I don't know. I'm just saying, man, that judge is not playing. That was a bit harsh. If I was the judge, I would have gave him a warning. Hey, yo, if that happens again, I'm going to revoke your probation. You know what I mean? But he ain't playing. That judge is not fucking playing. Anyways, so, guys, that was the IVP with Dr. IBZ. Hold on, let me play my shit. The Imperfect Vent Podcast. Hey, that was the IVP with Dr. IBZ. And now, we're gonna lay it off to the drums and the guitars or something like that. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed everything that went on and hope you guys enjoyed the whole show. I'm gonna work on this outro. I just worked on the intro for a bit. I did not work on this outro. And that was the IVP with Dr. IBZ. Y'all stay blessed, stay tuned, and stay safe. Adios, amigos. Adios, muchachos. Asante sana. We're out of here. Peace. I don't know. We're going to work on that. We're going to have to work on that shit. But yeah, peace out. We out of here.